ACAC, not a lot of big-time contests in this one, but South Adams at Westdale, I just kind of want to touch on what we've seen from South Adams because they've won games, and they've won them in dominating fashion. And I expected them to be able to parlay some of the, the win against Woodland last year, and then the win against Churubusco, a sectional championship for South Adams. They had some young guys on that team. You thought they'd be better. Isaiah Amstutz?
Yeah.
He's out for the season, so they lose,
Or Isaiah Bumgarner.
Isaiah Bumgarner.
Yes.
I'm getting everything mixed up. There's Amstutz down there. Isaiah Bumgarner out for the season. On paper, he's their best player, but it looks like they haven't missed a beat, and they're even improved from what you might think.
Yeah, the Stuber brothers have been tremendous. A lot of young guys, a lot of sophomores that Coach Grant, really wasn't sure. Grant Mosier was like, I don't really know what I got in these guys. I don't know if I can throw them in on Friday nights and they're going to maybe perform right off the bat. And most of them have, and he's really been able to count on a younger group of guys. We assume it's just Woodland and everybody else, but as long as South Adams is there and they continue to dominate opponents the way they have, you kind of circle that on the calendar and say, maybe.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. I'm like, Adams Central did put up 70 points against Jay County. But I'm not sure if South Adams isn't sliding in there as maybe the top challenger, specifically with what they can do defensively, because the numbers defensively have been impressive for the Starfires.
And that's the big thing, competing against Woodland. You have to be able to contain their offense, and so many teams can't do it. But Adams Central kind of had the blueprint last year in terms of, and South Adams in particular, obviously in the playoffs, so they know what to do. It's a lot of the same personnel at Woodland, a lot of new personnel with South Adams, but you have to think that coaching staff knows what needs to happen to compete with Woodland. Who knows? Maybe they'll just save it for the playoffs. Maybe they'll just lay an egg in the regular season just to false sense of security for Woodland.
I don't think Sherwood Haydock would be cool with that. Just kind of knowing his personality a little bit. He wants to win every single one of them out there.
Or Grant Mosier, too, for that matter. So
when I touch on the NECC now, I have to tell you how impressed I've been with what Churubusco has been able to do.
Yeah.
Garrett Horn goes down, you think, okay, they're still going to be good, but, man, they're going to struggle against upper echelon teams in their conference. They have not.
Not at all. That two-week stretch we talked about, Garrett and Eastside, was kind of the disappointing part of the regular season for Churubusco last year, and it was not this year. They beat Garrett at Garrett. They beat at Eastside at home last Friday. Those were the two things they kind of had to get past to really go forward, because they took a lot for granted last year after that close loss to Garrett. So tremendous job by Coach Paul Sade, and they're going to continue to roll until they play Angola.
That is going to be a contest, but I'm going to drop a little promo. Maybe a team of the week if you tune in at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. I don't know. It's a possibility. We'll see.
Just want to go the magic wand.
I do. I want to use my P card, my corporate card, and slide it through and get a bunch of magic wands, and I love clowns. What can I say? Which is why I love this show, because we got two clowns right here.
Right,
and we're going to be back next Monday talking about Week 6 of the regular season already here in Northeast Indiana. For Justin, I'm Glenn. We'll see you next Monday.